Hello, welcome back to the shop. Today we're going to introduce a new project to you, which is our Cincinnati Bickford radial arm drill press. It's going to be an extensive project, so come along and see what we're going to do. The drill press was in sad shape the day it arrived at our shop. As you can see, it is filthy, greasy, full of chips, and many things were identified on the machine that were no longer working. It would be several months before we would start the cleanup process. This is a Cincinnati Bickford drill press. Best we can tell is from sometime in the 40s, maybe late 30s, early 40s. We think it was a war production machine. Got the serial number of one that's about 500 after this one that the guy claims it's a 1944 model, so we're thinking it's war production. But anyway, this is a 3x9 radial arm drill press, and the 9 stands for, it's a 9-inch column. The 3 is there's 3 foot of travel on this arm. There's a big drill head that travels on top of this arm. Of course, it's not here since we're cleaning, but mounts here, and it can move here to here. This arm will rotate 360 degrees, so you do not have to drill right directly over the base. You can adjust for oversized projects, whatever you're doing. But I got this from a friend of mine, and wasn't for sure really what we were going to do with it. It's really a little bit bigger than what I need, but anyway, decided to dive into it here a month or 6 weeks ago, and so we've got the head rebuilt, all new bearings in the head, and just trying to get this thing cleaned up, finished getting the grease off of it for paint. So that's where we're at right now. The drill head has a 9-speed gearbox, and as you can see in the pictures, is very complex. Many bearings were replaced during the rebuild. The drive feed mechanism had a taper pin sheared off in the shaft. The spindle and quill assembly was disassembled, and the bearings literally fell out on the floor. The labyrinth seal that was on the bottom of the quill assembly wore totally out, so a new collar was shrunk onto the spindle for a new sealing surface for a lip seal. The drive splines on the input gearbox were found to be totally wore out. To remedy this, I bored the old splines out of the existing gear, made a new shaft, pressed the gear on the shaft, and changed the drive coupling to a chain and sprocket assembly. Now for the fun part, paint and reassembly. Today is a great day. We're finally finished with the Cincinnati Bickford radial arm drill press. We've put a ton of work in this machine, from disassembly, cleaning, new bearings, new wiring, new paint, And all we've got to do now is come over here and oil up the gearboxes, up the elevation assembly in the arm, and we're ready to give it a try. Okay, so first of all, we're going to put the oil into the gearbox, and we have an oil side gauge right here with the oil level. So hopefully we will not spill any oil, and we will get this put in. And I can't. I am almost. I can't see if it's coming up. There we go. Okay. There we go. We've got it at the, well, it's over the halfway mark, but it'll be good for now. Next, we're going to fill the oil reservoir that contains the arm elevation unit. We have a sight glass right here. The fill point is right there, so surely I will be able to see it better than what I saw on the gearbox of the head itself. We want about halfway. There we go. There we are, just a little over halfway. Okay, we'll get the plug put in this. I believe we'll be ready to start. Next, we're going to open up the switch on the forward reverse mechanism to verify which of the switches are not working. All you need to do to reverse the direction of a three-phase motor is to reverse two of the leads. I have the phase converter shut off. I have the disconnect shut off. If you do not know exactly what to do, or you have no way of verifying that your power is off, do not do this yourself. Find a qualified person to do this for you. Okay, folks, now for the moment of truth. We're going to see if the Cincinnati Bickford radial arm drill press will function. We have the phase converter started. We've got it temporarily wired over to the disconnect on the lathe. So now we're going to give it its first run. That's not good. Let's try this. Okay, so a couple of things that we have going on here. One is one switch in here for the forward and reverse of the head is not making contact. Two, we actually have it wired backwards. As you can see, as we put the arm down, okay, So let me make some corrections. I'll bring you back.
What will this press be used for?
My personal enjoyment. No, actually, it's going to be used to mainly just bore holes. I sold my other drill press when I bought my Bridgeport mill, and I've always wanted another drill press. I just didn't. Really wasn't looking for one quite this large, but that's what we've got. Okay, so now let's see. So this would be up. That's what didn't work, right? Was up. You remember? I think it was up that did not work. It's very corroded right here. So let me get some cleaner and you're not videoing, are you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you are? Well, there you go. Oh, I do not want to scratch that. Our wiring issues all figured out. We had a limit switch that was open on the other side, so that was causing us not to have reverse. So right now we're going to go ahead and kick it off, and I'm going to show you the functions of this machine. Okay, so we're in forward speed right there. Now I'll shut that off to explain this to you. The beauty of this machine is it is fully adjustable to fit whatever job that you may be working on. So, got my oil can here. I haven't moved this yet. I'm gonna put a little bit of oil up in here. But one thing that this machine does is the head travels on the arm. So you're able to adjust the head forward and backward in any position on this arm. And then when you get it where you want it, then you can just set the brake right here. And that keeps it right there. The other thing that this machine can do is it's able to raise the arm and lower the arm above the work. So we'll unlock the column here. This is the up position. This would be down. And one other thing that you can do with this, you can unlock the column and you can swivel this anywhere that you need to position it over the work. In case you can't get it right above the base, you can move it over and reposition it within reason wherever you need it. And you just lock the column back in right there. We're finally finished up on the Cincinnati Bickford radial arm drill press. I've attached the nameplates and the speed indicators and some other plates that I didn't have on. I'm not particularly happy with the way some of these have come out. They've naturally are the same age as the machine, so they've got quite a bit of time and wear on them. But I'm going to try to find someone who can replicate some tags. I have one on the other side that talks about the clutch adjustment in the arm elevation. and it particularly is in bad shape, so it will need to be totally redone. So I'm going to check on that, but for now I think the machine is ready to go into operation. I do have the actual work base and a drill vise that will fit on this base. They are outside. They need to be cleaned up, painted, but we'll get that as soon as we get this moved to its spot that it's going to live in the shop. So that pretty much takes care of this project. I thank y'all for watching. If you would, please like and subscribe to the channel. It would sure help us get started with this, and I appreciate y'all watching. Thanks a lot.